and the majority of them are coming from promoted listings.
Like, what does the majority mean?
Percentage-wise?
Yeah.
I'd say easily 75%.
75% of your sales are coming from promoted? What's happening, everybody? Steve here, Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com, coming back to you with another video. We're here at the eBay Open with the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Joe DeMarco. What's going on, brother?
Thanks, Steve, for having me up here.
Absolutely, man. And you have a YouTube channel, which is?
Crazy NY Driver.
Awesome.
And it's spelled C-R-A-Z-E-E, NY Driver.
Cool. So we have Joe on the channel today. And what's cool is about 1 year ago exact, almost, give or take a couple weeks or so, Joe was on the channel and we were talking about all different types of things, eBay loopholes, crazy little scams that Chinese sellers were running. I don't even remember exactly what we were talking about, but I'll put some links down below. But it was some good stuff. But people really loved having you on the channel, man. And I had to bring you back because you told me just a couple minutes ago that your business has been growing. You run an eBay business where you sell hubcaps, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that it? Only hubcaps?
On eBay, I sell mainly hubcaps, but I do sell other automobilia. Anything I come across, like collector license plates, taillights, wheels.
Yeah.
That stuff.
That's cool. I think I sent you a picture from Savers like 8 months ago. There was like a whole bunch of hubcaps that were in the Savers. I knew nothing about it. I don't remember.
Right.
Were they anything good? I don't know if you were.
No, they were mainly older ones that looked like they were damaged.
Yeah. So that's a niche that I find very interesting. I don't know much at all about hubcaps and stuff. And I bet you a lot of people pass them up. They don't buy them because they believe that there's no value in them. And you buy and sell them full time, right?
Correct. I buy and sell them in bulk. I like buying at least 100 a piece, specifically from dealers or tradespeople. I don't like buying off the public for two reasons.
Yeah, I was going to ask why.
One, they could be stolen.
Okay.
And number two is there are those people that will think that they have gold. And they'll come into my store and they'll say, I have 4 of these hubcaps and I just saw them on eBay for $100.
Yeah.
Give me 75.
It's going to cost you $40 to ship probably.
I'll say, I have a better idea. Why don't you list them on eBay and get the $100? And they'll say right to my face, I don't want to do any work.
But they want to get 80% of the profit.
Exactly. They're lazy.
Yeah.
And they're gluttonous.
Yeah. So sometimes it is good to just deal with B2B, business to business, right? Because they understand how business works and whatnot. Sure. So, well, that's cool, man. Today we're going to talk about specifically, and we were talking before about how your hubcap business has been growing on eBay, and you've actually been utilizing a couple various strategies. Do you mind sharing what you've been doing? What's new in Joe's world with the hubcap business and what you've been doing to make some extra money?
I'd be happy to share with you, Steve. The first thing to do is always keep some money in reserve, just in case a good deal comes along. Recently, I had the option to buy a large amount of hubcaps and hardware. Hardware meaning locks and keys and stuff like that. But the deal was I had to buy everything. And it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I damn near drained out the Hubcap Joe account. But I knew, above anything, I would at least quadruple my money. So I went and did it.
You couldn't pass up on this opportunity.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, isn't that the worst? I don't know if you've ever been in that situation when a great deal comes by and you don't have the space or you don't have the money. Actually, my friend the other day, he's in the toy business. He came across, he sells all used toys from thrift stores and stuff. But he doesn't have a ton of money saved up right now. He's just kind of getting his business finally flowing. And there was a deal that came by and I think it was like $5,000 or so. But he just didn't have the money. He didn't have the time to do it. So
that's a shame.
Yeah, you've got to be prepared. Sometimes these opportunities come by and it's like, if you don't jump on it, you may never get that chance again.
You got to keep your powder dry.
Yeah.
Stay out of that casino down there.
Yeah, we're in Vegas right now at the eBay Open 2019, and I see quite a few resellers gambling, but I could probably guess 80% of them are losing.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I didn't see too many of our people gambling. I saw a couple of my friends last night playing the penny machine.
Yeah.
And one hit for 2,000 coins, a whopping $20.
Yeah. Do you think that reselling on eBay or selling hubcaps is similar to gambling?
Not at all.
Why?
Gambling, there is no sure thing. If you're selling something on eBay, hopefully you know your niche and you know your market. There's certain things 100% will always sell. Okay. Guaranteed. There are some things that may sell.
Yeah.
But I try and buy only the hot numbers.
and you can do your research in advance. So if you're selling on eBay, go through the sold listings, see what the market's doing, get a feel for it. And a lot of times after a couple of years, you've got that experience. You don't even have to look at the sold listings, you know.
Right. I know exactly by the cars on the road and what's in demand.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Now, do you mind sharing with people what we were talking about before? You were telling me a little bit about promoted listings and sales, and you were doing a couple different things there in your business to kind of boost sales. And do you mind sharing to help people?
Not at all. First thing was, as I said, recently I made a big purchase. 2 big U-Haul trucks full of merchandise.
2 big U-Hauls?
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
Wow.
So finally I was able to get everything unloaded and stashed away. And I decided I had to start some listings. Now, listings for me are the most tedious process selling on eBay. So what I did was I decided to commit to listing at least 5 to 10 items per day.
Every day?
Yeah, except for this week because I'm down here.
7 days a week?
Yeah.
I love it.
Then what I did was I decided to run some promotions on eBay. First, I use Markdown Manager, and I run 3 or 4 different sales ranging from 10 to 20% off on each item. And that really does help stimulate sales because people will see the little strike through on the original price.
Oh, yeah.
So it's maybe $100 normal price,
Yeah.
20% off, strike through $80.
That creates urgency because those sales aren't going to last forever.
Correct. And in addition, I've opted into promoted listings, and I promote almost every one of my items 1%. The reason it's just 1% is to get your items seen twice. The regular listing and the promoted listing.
Oh.
So whether you bid 1% or 20%, your listing is only going to be shown twice.
But if you only have a 1% promoted listing, isn't it a bidding system? If somebody is at 2 or 3%, they're going to get that spot over you if it's a similar item?
That's correct. If they bid more, they will get better exposure.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right. But the thing is, not too many people have the items that I have. There's plenty of people selling hubcaps.
That's a very niche down market. It's not like you're selling Ralph Lauren dress shirts where there might be 15 to 1,500 sellers of the same item.
Correct. If somebody out in California...
That's smart. I get it. I get it now.
If somebody out in California has a 57 Chevy,
Yeah.
how many people are going to be able to supply him with hubcaps?
Yeah. Not many.
Joe could.
Do you typically have a lot of those in stock?
No, because I get them, and those are the things that are harder to get.
Yeah.
And they will sell.
Okay.
I don't care if it takes 1 month, 6 months, 8 months. They're going to sell.
So when people are just getting started with promoted listings, and it's funny that we're talking about this now, and depending on when this video releases, you may or may not have already seen it, but we had Teresa Cox. She was actually sitting right in this spot. This might be still a little warm. She was in this spot about 15 minutes ago, and she was talking about boosting sales by combining running a sale with promoted listings. So it's cool that you said that you're doing that. You're doing that on all your listings.
Correct. I have right now approximately 1,400 items listed, and every one but maybe a handful are promoted in some way.
Wow. Can you share how many of your sales are typically coming organically versus promoted? Because I know that the promoted listings, they have some pretty good analytics. Will actually show you at the bottom if it came from a promoted sale, and I think there's some other reports too.
That's true. I checked my stats just the other night, and the majority of them are coming from promoted listings.
Like, what does the majority mean?
Percentage-wise?
Yeah.
I'd say easily 75%.
75% of your sales are coming from promoted?
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why I guarantee that he's got such a higher percentage? And Teresa, she's well connected. She talks to a lot of sellers. She said the average seller is like maybe around 20 to 30%, and then some are up to 50%. But I bet you that a lot of them, most sellers are 20 to 30% because they're selling clothes, shoes that are like super abundant, whereas you're so niched down. Think about it. If someone types in, I want a 1957 hubcap, whatever brand, there's not going to be a ton of sellers. You're going to be at the top. You probably don't have a lot of competition for sponsored ads. So I could see why yours would be so high. It makes sense.
That's true, but let's say the average seller has 500 items listed. He doesn't have every one of those in promoted listings.
Yeah.
Maybe he has only 200.
Yeah.
I have almost all.
Yeah. And that's cool. And if you guys aren't sure what promoted listings are, essentially that's eBay's way. It's kind of like PPC, which is pay-per-click, but instead of it pay-per-click, it's PPS, pay-per-sale, because you don't pay the percentage until that promoted listing actually sells.
Correct.
So it's like, it's the greatest thing ever. Why aren't more sellers promoting all their listings?
It's really a no-brainer.
I don't talk to a lot of sellers who are using it.
I don't know why.
It's weird.
It is, but that's why I'm making the sales, and some of them aren't.
That's cool. Before we end this video, Joe, and if you guys aren't subscribed to Joe, come on now. That's a no-brainer. Sponsored ads, no-brainer. Subscribe to Joe, that's a no-brainer. He's got some great content, one of the OGs in the reselling game on YouTube. Share with folks maybe one more tip that you can give for kind of like boosting sales.
I ship very quickly. My handling time is 1 day.
1 day handling time.
I could easily ship same day, and I really would like to, but the reason I try not to is because many times a person will buy an item from me, let's say 9 in the morning. I could easily ship that right out.
Sure.
But I get these cancellations.
Really?
So if I shipped it at 9:30 and he cancels at 10 or wants to cancel at 10, we got a situation.
So now you're gonna have to figure out who's paying for shipping.
Right.
Who's returning it back.
Exactly. A lot. I get cancellations. I'll say 3 a week.
3 a week?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes they don't read the listing accurately.
Yeah.
And then, they hit that buy button.
Yeah. Interesting. So definitely consider shipping faster. But again, if you're really niche down or you're selling hubcaps like Joe, be careful with that because there are some logistical issues that can come about if you're shipping same day. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow Joe on YouTube. Is there anywhere else people can follow you or connect with you?
As far as social media is concerned, YouTube is my home base.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll definitely put a little picture on the screen of Joe's YouTube. So subscribe. And we're going to shoot one more video for you guys. So with that being said, keep on picking and making that money. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.